Good morning, Aries, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. Okay, so what I like to do is to go on and just give you a reading, and this reading will cover not only your romantic situation, but also your work as well as your financial situation. Okay. Rest assured, Aries, that this reading will not and may not resonate for each and every one of you out there. But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope it offers you the information that you're seeking. Okay? So, I'm going to start off by just shuffling up my romance angel cards just to get a general vibe of the energies coming towards you romantically, or something that Spirit wants you to contemplate as you move forward within this time span in question. Again, this reading is valid until the end of July. Okay? So, Spirit, what messages would you like me to share with Aries at this time here regarding their romantic situation? What messages would you like for me to extend to Aries? Okay? Let me just shuffle up a little bit more. Okay, let's start off by looking at the bottom of the deck. Well, Aries, it seems that I've been seeing this card in a lot of your readings here. There is an ardent new lover that's going to be coming up into your life here. Some of you may have already met this person. If you have yet to meet this person, you soon will, particularly during this time period in question. And this person is going to excite a lot of sexual passion within you. Okay? I also feel that you're also going to be hearing from an ex again here, but understand, ladies and gentlemen, you have an unrequited love situation here. The circumstances surrounding the events with your ex have always been one-sided, okay? You seem to have always put in a bit more effort than this ex here, okay? So much so, ladies and gentlemen, that there's certainly not enough attraction or chemistry to really keep this romantic situation afloat. I feel that many of you are just simply wasting your time by constantly having any involvement with this ex here. Okay? Because this person certainly cannot and will not get you to where you'd like to be in life here, particularly romantically. Okay? I also feel too that you're going to have to make a decision, ladies and gentlemen, and it must happen very soon. So you might want to consider taking some time now to evaluate your pros and cons of going back to your past or just moving forward with something new or just improving your existing situation for those of you who are already involved in a romantic situation. Okay? And for those of you who are single, let your friends help you, you know? Stop being so pride, don't allow your pride to get in the way. Ask for and accept support from others. And you see that if you do, ladies and gentlemen, this new love is going to appear here. Or you may meet this person in a party or at some type of a social gathering here. Okay? But rest assured that a new love is in your energy field here. Because you've allowed various feelings to get in the way or impede success of your past relationships, you might want to consider letting go of control issues. Okay? Because you guys are seem like you're in a rush to be in a relationship, or you're just rushing things that I'm feeling. This card is telling you to allow things to unfold at its natural course here. Okay? Let's get a few messages. Okay. I feel that this lover who will appear, this new person who will appear in your life is one that was well worth waiting for. Okay? Really. And divine timing is presently at work in your love life. Okay? Understand that it's certainly safe for you to love, ladies and gentlemen. It's time that you open your heart to give as well as to receive the highest energy of all. Sad but so, ladies and gentlemen, I do feel too that some of you are in the midst of a separation here, or it will soon happen, particularly during this time period. And for those of you who didn't heed my advice earlier that I told you to stay away from Return of the Mac, right? If you didn't listen, this is what's coming towards you. Some form of separation is going to happen. You must let go of this ex. Because if you keep bringing this person back into your life, the same thing is going to keep repeating time and time again. Okay? For those of you who aren't listening. All right? And last but not least, while there may be a separation on the horizon, you guys seem to have had many exes. I'm getting. I'm also seeing someone from your past returning to apologize. So it's several exes I'm getting that perhaps might appear, as well as someone that you're dealing with right now that you're going to separate. So it's almost when one door closes, another one seems to open that I'm getting here. All right. So enough for that. Let's go on and just get into your oracle cards here to see what additional messages that we can glean, ladies and gentlemen. And what I like to do this tonight is, or this morning is, to give you messages from your spiritual helpers, from your ascended masters, and from your angels. So we're going to go on and shuffle up as indicated, and let's see what influences or vibrations seem to surround you, and see if it would echo some of the same points that we just addressed here in your romance angel cards. Spirit, what additional messages would you like me to share with Aries? What additional messages would you like for me to share with Aries? Okay, let's start off by just looking at the bottom cards of the deck here. I'm going to go on and select two. Okay, we have your eternal spirit, and we have teacher. Okay, so your eternal spirit, ladies and gentlemen, is all about your higher self, your sacred intuition. So this card is telling me that during this time period in question, your intuition is really going to heighten like it's never done before here. And you can trust the wisdom that you receive, that you will receive from it. Okay? I'm also seeing too here with this teacher that's showing here. This card is all about learning. It's all about a new path. So it seems to suggest here that someone talented, like a teacher, is going to either help you within your work, your career, or it could be perhaps a lover that's very professional that's also going to help you learn new things, help you show that there is more to life than worry, help you show that there are new avenues that you could um, try or that you can pursue. Okay? Now let's get right on into your reading here and just look at a message that represents your long distant past here. And it doesn't have to be that far back in your past, but the message contained here within this card connects more so with something that occurred in your past here. Okay? So we have attachment. And this card is all about longing and desperation. So you know what that is about, Aries. So it says, I feel that you appear to be caught between a rock and a hard place in the past here. You know, it seems that you were worrying extremely too much about money, love, or the lack thereof. You just felt that nothing was working in your life here. So much so that it calls you to constantly feel a sense of longing, a sense of desperation, a sense of worry. Okay? And you really didn't accept yourself as you were here. So this card is calling for you to try to accept yourself a bit more, and surrender your attachments to results, basically. Okay? Let's look at your next card here, and this is more still your past, but it's more recent. Okay, we have relaxation. Okay, so this card is all about peaceful pursuits as well as happy times here. So, it seems that in your past, I'm kind of seeing that you decided to slow down a bit, to relax, to fall back, if you will, you know? And you tried to get out and have some fun here despite, the challenges that you were up against. I'm getting. Okay? Now let's move right on into your actual reading here. Those were your bottom cards, which reflect the energy. So let's go on and just look at now. Let's look at your current influence. We have mindfulness. This card is all about a peaceful presence, a quiet mind. So it kind of shows too that right now it seems that a lot of you are kind of overthinking a situation and you're brooding over an issue or you're worrying extremely too much. And this card is asking you to choose peace instead and to surrender your need, ladies and gentlemen, to control outcomes. This card wants you to restore inner peace, okay, and stop worrying about things over which you have no control, okay? So let's move right along and just see what might cross you. And this could be either a hindrance or it could be something positive, a positive type energy. So we have balance. And this card is all about centered energy. It's all about self-care. So this is telling me that you're going to gain a sense of control, I'm feeling here, if you continue to honor yourself and appreciate yourself. Okay? Respect yourself. Keep yourself in proper alignment. And again, stop worrying about things over which you have no control. So let's look at how your process is actually going to begin here. All right? We have conscious steps. This card is all about considered actions. It's all about looking forward, ladies and gentlemen. So, this card is telling me that you certainly have the power to overcome obstacles here. So, it's time that you consider what steps you need to take and then let go and let God. That's what this card is indicating to me. Okay? So now let's just move on and just see what else comes next following this. We have currents of emotions. This card is all about feelings that are uncontrolled, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm seeing that, actually, this can be avoided, but I'm seeing that many of you, you're going to fall prey to a lot of chaotic type problems I'm getting, particularly with friends and family, as well as people at your job I'm getting. So this card is asking you to try to control your feelings the way you react to situations. Find a new way of handling stress. And should you decide to do that, you will realize you're going to come to understand that this storm that seems to be that's approaching here in this card, we do see lightning there. It won't last long, you know? And then you have ascended Masters, ladies and gentlemen. So this card is certainly saying that there are devoted spirits around you who are more than willing to assist you in your journey, ladies and gentlemen. All you have to do is just ask. That's what I'm getting here. Okay? And they're kind of seem to be saying that things are not going to be easy. I'm getting here from them. And you're still going to vacillate. And they're saying that you really need to make a decision, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm getting here from this card. Okay? And then, last but not least, wow, you guys end up with confusion here. Again, you're going to have to make a decision. You just have too many choices that are available to you. I feel that is a lot of options, of course, with these new lovers. And for those of you who have not yet met this lover, perhaps you may not be really looking around and noticing those who are pursuing you here because there are lovers around you, a lot of them, you know. Some are for your good and some may not be. Okay, but you have to understand in any romantic situation, you can't really rush into anything because there's bound to be, some concealment of feelings and, different things and different games that people tend to play when they first get involved, romantically. Okay? So why don't we now take out these letters here to kind of help you, Aries, identify the people, let's see here, the people who are coming into your energy field here. Because you have a lot. You have an ex, you have a new lover, you just have a lot of stuff that's here. So I'm just going to go on and just help you identify those who are coming into your energy field during this time period in question. And of course, it could be an ex, it could be a new lover, it could be all of the above. Okay? But because you've had several, this might help you kind of narrow the people down here. But again, ultimately, you're gonna have to make a decision. All right. So Spirit, I ask that you guide me to the correct 20 letters to help Aries identify the people coming into their energy field. Okay. Let me see what we have here. All right. Okay, we have an S, an R, an E, an I, a T, an I, we have an O, an S, another T, another O, an E. We need 9 more letters, Spirit. 9 more letters. I have 9 I've taken out of the bag. We have a T. We have an I. We have an R. We have an E. Another R. Another E. An S. A W. And last but not least, we have a bonus blank letter. So on this tablet, because it's blank, you can decide whatever letter that you will want if it will complete a name for you. Okay? Now I'm going to call them all back to you to make sure that you have them all. All right, we have, let's see. There are 4 E's, 3 T's, 3 S's, there are 2 O's, 3 I's, 2 R's, no, I'm sorry, 3 R's, a W, as well as this blank tablet here where you could use whatever letter that you would like if it would make a name for you. Okay? So, what I like to do is just to move on to my surrender deck here, just to share with you a few additional things, ladies and gentlemen, that you might consider surrendering moving forward here. So let me get out this deck. So Spirit, give me a few final messages for Aries on things they might consider letting go or surrendering during this time period in question here. What are some additional things that Aries might consider letting go or surrendering? Let's see here. Okay, starts. It's time, Aries, that you surrender to Spirit. Because understand, once you've done everything you can to really achieve a goal or to manifest the things that you want, you have to realize that the time comes where you have to learn to turn the situation over to the divine. Let Spirit work its magic for you. Okay? It's time that you surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originated from the past. Then you could kind of own your power and soar in your life. It's time that you surrender to rest and sleep. I feel that you guys, you've been going through a very chaotic situation and you haven't been getting proper rest here. So to prevent burnout, it's time that you slow down a bit. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, your body, Aries, as well as your spirit. Okay? And last but not least, with these cards, it's time that you surrender to wonder as well as awe. Okay? Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. Because this attitude will certainly keep you, Aries, connected to the ecstasy of flow. And since I pulled another card here, it's time that you surrender your need to always be right because you're not always right, Aries. Okay? It's time that you give others the gift of letting them be right at times. Be yielding, not rigid, because this will certainly help resolve conflicts and improve your relationship. And as we saw in your reading here, there's some type of chaotic situation or upheaval that's going to come up in your within your family situation or your romantic or your work, and it could be all of the above here. But don't add any food to the fire. Okay. So in conclusion, Aries, I like to just leave you with a final message, which I'll deliver to you from my postcards here. A message simply meant for you from Spirit. Okay? So, Spirit, what final message would you like me to share with Aries? Particularly during this time period in question. What final message? Okay, Aries, let's see what message Spirit has for you. Okay? We have the postcard here, and I'm going to go in and read it as it is written. Dearest you, as you think, so will you experience life. Thoughts are that powerful, and they need minding. Let the unruly, chaotic ones settle down so they serve you, or get released instead of wreaking havoc. These thoughts arise when connected to the energy of fear. and often masquerade as truth. Yet the real truth is that essentially all is well. Of course, you have thoughts that are positive, strong, organized, accepting, creative, open, and so on. Those are the ones we want to keep you to keep thinking. And they have a less frantic quality. They're stimulating in a good way and don't get away from you. How do you keep an inner eye on your thoughts? Meditate and leave judgment out of the mix. Everyone has those fearful thoughts. Love them. Love yourself. And then choose the thoughts you want the world to reflect back. Life is not as hard as you think. Loving you so, so much. Okay? So, Aries, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered food for thought. Be sure to like and share. Subscribe if you've yet to subscribe. And if you'd like a more personal reading, you can certainly contact me at will.brown at WAT Consulting Inc. Have a nice day. Thanks a lot.